God damn it. He's a spiritual vegan who also grifts people by making mock comedy bits about how cringe spiritual vegans are. Okay.
Yeah, as Spotify employees, we're demanding the executives allow us to edit and censor Joe Rogan's podcast.
Or we are walking out.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night. All day.
No! Make it stop!
He's spreading hate and must be stopped. He's transphobic. He always talks about how he likes trans people, which means he doesn't love trans people, which means he hates trans people.
I was feeling good, okay? I was feeling a little positive. I was feeling like, hey, we're going to make some positive changes in the internet community. Nope. It's all gone. All hope is lost. This is awful. This is not what I want in my life.
Hateful Joe Rogan has built a massive audience because people enjoy and respect what he and his guests have to say. But who knows better than his audience what they want to hear? We do!
Instead of hearing what Joe has to say, his audience would rather hear what we want him to be able to say.
His audience just isn't intelligent enough to know what they want to hear. But luckily here in the SJW wing, we can think for them because we're highly intelligent people.
Well,
This was made 5 days ago. 5 days ago. Someone said SJW in a video. And we're like, oh my god, free speech. Acting like, I guess, hipster gays? Question mark? This is fucking. Why do people like this shit? This has what? This has 750,000 views. Dude, I am convinced that most of the world is just dog shit stupid. Like seriously, what does it say about society that this is a popular video? That people go, ha 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 ha! So it's actually spiritual and on the grift. That explains so much. Yep.
kind of. I identify as a cat.
Oh my god. He identifies as a cat chat. Whoa. Attack Calico. Wow. He did. Holy shit. This is transcendent comedy right here. Wowzers. Got him. Fucking got him. I identify as funny. Roasted. Fucking owned. Get fucking pwned, SJW.
But the executives at Spotify won't cater to our demands. It's almost like they value a $100 million asset more than a $49,000 asset.
Are you saying that capitalism makes people do unethical things? So we agree. We agree with that. Okay. Alrighty.
These high-level business executives just don't know how to do business. I mean, do a lot of people listen to Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yes.
But would even more people listen to a heavily censored version of that same podcast?
Also yes.
Me.
Our demands are that Joe Rogan cannot be broadcast talking about the following: trans issues, because he's transphobic.
Women, because he's a man, which means he's not a woman, which means he's misogynistic.
Gay people, because he doesn't want to have sex with men, which makes him homophobic.
Racial issues, because he's always having his black friends on his show and giving them massive publicity and help for their careers, which he only does because he's white and he feels guilty about being white, as he should, because he's a racist.
MMA, because it's a sport, and sports are insensitive to paraplegics that can't play sports.
Elk meat, because I'm a vegan.
DMT, because it's a drug, and I only take Adderall.
Ideas, because they're insensitive to people who can't think.
comedy because it's hateful to people who aren't funny.
And he can never talk about how Caitlyn Jenner killed somebody with her car because I don't want to believe that it's true.
Raise your hand if you're a big fan of Caitlyn Jenner. What they don't know who they're arguing against. Who are they arguing against? Who?
Having open-minded conversations and exploring new ideas, that's very dangerous and super close-minded. It's not how you learn.
It's like the old wisdom that says letting the inmates run the asylum is always a good idea. Are you listening to me, Spotify executives?
So the criticism of Joe Rogan isn't that he has like bad people on the platform. It's that when he does, he goes, "Oh, cool." And then doesn't push back on the bad shit that people say on his platform. He just gives them the platform. The idea behind ethical platforming is that you try to, if it runs counter to your ideals, right? To say that. To be like, I disagree and here's why. Or you don't have to be that argumentative. Just offer what you think would be going in place of that. Like, for instance, oh, I think spiritual healing is good. Oh, well, to my knowledge, and you know, I'll let you say your piece after this, to my knowledge, spiritual healing doesn't have any, like, scientific backing towards it. So how would you reconcile that with a patient who you know would want, like, experts to corroborate its efficacy? He doesn't do that shit. He just goes, hey, healing crystals, huh? Oh, that's wild. Hey, Jamie, will you pull up that picture of that elk being blown up by that bazooka? That was wild, man. And then he doesn't ethically platform. He's not good at it. He's very good at having. People like Joe Rogan because he'll like have anybody on, which I'm fine with. The conversations are usually pretty okay. I don't think Joe Rogan is a particularly good interviewer, but it is what it is. People like his voice or something. I don't know. I usually watch only the videos of people that I am already interested in. And I think maybe part of his popularity is he'll have chuds on. But guess what? It wasn't Spotify employees, angry ginger man. It wasn't just Spotify employees in general that were like, no, you can't have Jordan Peterson. It was like Spotify, as part of the deal, was like, I don't think that having Sargon of Akkad on our platform is a good thing, and we shouldn't do it. So I'm not going to do it. That's not going to be part of the package that I pay for. I mean, do you like capitalism or do you not like capitalism? Because capitalism decided that some of those people are not marketable, and they happen to agree with you. I don't know, man. Xmish, thanks so much for the 3 months, bro.
I have to use my litter box now.
You made him pee. The only reason he hunts elk is because he thinks elk are actually trans women, which makes him want to shoot them. That's how hateful Joe Rogan is. Yeah, I appreciate you asking. I actually used to play basketball, but every time I missed a shot, the refs wouldn't give me any points, even though I deserved points, because I tried to get them. So I got mad at the refs for pushing an oppressive narrative of not giving people points even though they really tried for them. So I quit, because I couldn't stand being around illogical referees who were pushing a false narrative and oppressing people that they had control over because they had a whistle.
They don't understand who they're talking to at all. They just don't fucking understand. I found crystal surgery when I was looking up crystal healing recently, and I was like, wild. It was ridiculous. That sounds awful. This is like, these guys just don't even know who the fuck who is arguing this. It's like this is what boomers think people are talking about when they're talking about equity and shit. Like, what? I don't know who Steph is. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about with that. This is just weird, man. It's just dumb. Dear girl streamer, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
They were ruining the game of basketball. So anyway, if I don't get my way here at Spotify, I'm walking out.
I stepped in poopy.
The executives refused to clean his litter box.
Joe Rogan stepped in poop using my foot. We have to stop this monster.
This is like if boomers got a hold of the manic nature of like a SpongeBob SquarePants episode. This is not good. I'm not a fan of this.
Her ramble was just a gorilla.
Wowzers. Thanks for following Noble Nova and Probes. All right, we're going to keep going. It's almost done. Someone should have stopped me. Yeah, this is a bad video. This is not funny. Like, I have nothing to say here because it's just fucking bad, dude. It's not like they're not arguing against me at all, or they're just making shit up. They're not arguing against any of you. They're just bad.
In Joe Rogan's own words that I'm putting into his mouth, he hates all people who don't have kettlebell calluses on their hands.
After we apply enough childish pressure on the Spotify execs to get them to cave in and let us censor Joe Rogan, then we'll be happy to work towards censoring your music and then burning your books.
Because as Spotify employees, not only do we know what's best, but we also care. Or we are walking out.
It's great. It's great.
Is it great? Is it great? Oh, the video was actually 3 minutes long. I'm not watching your ad. I'm not watching your ad for that. I'm so glad it's over early though. All right, never send me this guy again. He's just really bad at stuff. Why is this guy popular at all? He has like no talent. What's happening here? What? Comedy has been murdered. I hate this. Never do comedy. Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, I do, but I don't. That's exactly the way you should feel about this. I get it. I don't get it, but I do get it. This... Am I more depressed about that than I am about Dave? I think I might be. I think that was sadder. I think that was more sad. I'm not reading the comments. I'm skipping them. I just think that's the dumbest thing. She's so fucking stupid.